guys, so I'm gonna take a little break from, it's actually right here, you can't see it, but the LS swap stuff on this square body here, the 86, and I'm gonna take this crank out of this block. The cool thing about this is this engine is gonna be going in Bob's Ferderado, right over there, the blue truck. And if you guys haven't seen that, I'll put a clip of that in here quick. This engine's actually the very first LS I ever worked on, the very first one I ever rebuilt, first one I ever made boost with. This is the original 6 liter out of my 2002 truck that I called Super Turbo. And if you haven't seen that, I'll put this in. What's gonna happen to this engine is it's going down to AMS and it's getting cement filled and it's gonna be running on methanol. This is gonna be a very serious build. This truck, Bob's truck, Ferderado, should be able to easily go 7s with this setup. So I'm gonna whip the crank out of this and then we'll be done with that, and then Bob's gonna take it to AMS tomorrow, and hopefully when you guys see it again, it'll be making some serious horsepower. Well, there it is, everyone. You can see this engine's really clean inside because I totally disassembled this engine originally and cleaned it right up and put new cam bearings, new main bearings, new rod bearings. My first rebuild, so I kind of cared about it. So I've always kept the block because I figured I was going to do something with it, but Bob's been looking for a block and he hasn't been able to find one that's reasonable price and close and easy to get. So I said, hey man, take this one off my hands, and then this engine can live on and possibly go 7s, deep 7s in the quarter mile. That'd be pretty cool to see a part of Super Turbo go fast. I mean, that was the goal. That's what started it all. That's how I met everyone here. Trey, Brian, Bob, was all about this LS stuff. I was originally doing it by myself, and then I kind of reconnected with Bob, or not Bob, Trey and Brian, and then I kind of knew Bob from before a little bit, and then that's kind of how we got to be going racing and stuff together. So it'd be pretty cool to see the engine keep on keeping on because it's the one that started it all. So if it wasn't for this thing, I wouldn't be doing this LS stuff at all. So it's gonna be pretty cool. But yeah, I'm gonna get it on the hoist here, and Bob's gonna pick it up and take it to AMS. All right, guys, welcome back to another day in the life of LS swapping square bodies. So I do have the 4x4 87 truck in here. I have the Harley Barley as well. How you doing? Hello. Oh yes, you blinked my camera. All right, so this is the donor truck for it. It's an 04 1500. So I got to rip the engine out of this thing for that truck over there. And then we have the exhaust kit for the 86. So this is a Flowmaster 15936 U-Fit kit. Basically comes with all that stuff over the axle pipes, and it gives you the option of 45s or 90-degree exits. So what do you figure, Cone Bean? Hey? You like Flowmaster? But yeah, so I'm probably gonna get this truck jacked up here and then get it in the air and kind of come up with a plan of what I'm gonna do. The clamps and hangers aren't gonna be here till tomorrow, so I'm kind of just gonna mock it up and then see what I got from there. Well, there is all the pieces for the kit right there, and I basically got it laid out essentially how it shows in the book. I have those ones flipped the other way around, but that doesn't matter. And they give you 2 crossover pipes for your, not crossover pipes, but to make your H pipe, they give you these little adapter sleeves. and these things will weld onto the pipe, and then this pipe is separate. They also give you a straight one as well as one with a little slight bend in it, as you guys can see. And then obviously these over the axle pipes are exaggerated depending on application. They clearly want them to fit lifted trucks as well as, you know, lowered ones. So they give you the exaggerated pipe, and you probably just cut it to what you need. We're not gonna need that much. And then I have it with the 45 X's on now. Obviously when that thing sits a little flatter, those pipes aren't gonna be up in the air like that. But that's, I got those, and then we got the 90-degree X's here, which we're probably not gonna use. We might use that as extra pieces of pipe to build the front half, but that's the whole kit there. So I'm gonna start coming up with a plan to try to get the headers down to this, because this is on a horizontal plane where the shorty headers come down at a 45 right now. They're not the full length style that come down and would lay horizontal, and I could just stub right onto it with these. So I have to kind of figure out a way to transition them from 45 to flat parallel with the chassis, and then we're gonna go from there. I might have to do some pie cuts, which I'm not looking forward to, but you gotta do what you gotta do to make exhaust work. So let's get at it. All right guys, so kind of got crazy and started just going at it, and I couldn't stop, and I didn't video anything, but I'll show you what I got. It's would have kind of been boring stuff anyways. Laying under the truck on a creeper. I don't have a hoist, so we're laying on the ground. So basically what we got here is off the main collector piece that they give you, and then I got straight pipe all the way back. I'd add a piece in here, and then these are the over the axle pipes they give you, and then I basically just got it sitting so it's got a, sorry about the noise back there, it's me hitting my creeper, but there's the over the axle pipes. And then we wanted 45 exit, and he said he wanted to try it straight pipe, so don't judge me, boys. Just do what the customer wants. Let's fire it up. Sounds pretty mean, boys. Still needs a little bit of a tune. I haven't been driving around that much since it was open headers, but we'll get the idle 100% mint here. We just gotta dig her for a spin. So that's about it for the exhaust. So I'm gonna button this thing up here. I got some parts coming for the intake, and then we're gonna go for a drive.